Brothers, what is vegan nationalism? Well, in order to be a sustainable community, you have to be sustainable. You can't be throwing mass amounts of poop and crap and whatever onto your property. And, some of it's natural, it's okay from wild animals. But once you start to raise animals for meat consumption, it turns into a very filthy situation. Your groundwater gets destroyed, the air gets destroyed, there's flies everywhere, and then somebody has to go slaughter the thing, and it's a mess because it really hurts people's feelings, and it should. It's just mean to raise an animal in a cage and and then kill it when it doesn't even have a chance. And so all the kids end up crying, and people get in a bad mood. And I saw this really odd video because we're researching on how to build the brotherhood, and there's a lot of videos out there on making cob houses, etc., from a movement called permaculture. And permaculture does not have its act together. They're not vegetarian, vegan, and they seem to intimate that you can have a sustainable community, a sustainable place, while you're exploiting animals and killing animals in a large quantity. And um, if you're eating meat too, most people don't want to slaughter the animals, and this has brought up the whole nationalism problem. So if you love your burgers, you can't be a white nationalist. If you love steak, you can't be a Tibetan nationalist. And it's very easy to see these examples because they're hiring people to come in to kill all these cows, and then these people create all kinds of mayhem in society. They're not nice people, they're not good people. And Americans are importing mass amounts of Mexican criminals to slaughter cows. Maybe one of these criminals would slaughter 300 cows a day, and he is covered in and bathing in blood and all day long, and is completely immune to the smell of death and very immune to mercy. So you don't really want these people around your children, around yourself. I'm also replying to my sister's idea that it doesn't matter if, eating meat doesn't matter, or a little bit of meat, or I'll cut down. Well, I mean, what if these people moved in next to you? What do you think about mass Mexican immigration? If they were good Mexicans and were part of a beneficial immigration program, I think everybody would love Mexicans. But the Mexicans you see coming into the U.S., a whole lot of them are coming in because they're escaping punishment in Mexico for homicide and other grave crimes, and the U.S. welcomes them with open arms because these are perfect people for murdering cows. And I say murder, you say that's a really tough word. Well, cow is one of your 7 mothers. So in Hinduism we have 7 mothers. The wife of your master, your birth mother, and another one being the cow, and the dhanu. So, or the henu, yeah, that's right, maybe. And she just exists to give you milk. The bulls just exist to plow your fields. They're here for they're here to benefit humans. So is that how you treat anything that serves you? I mean, why is it okay to kill cows but you won't kill your dog? I mean, dogs are very fawning and quote unquote loyal, but they don't take care of themselves as well as a cow, and they don't serve man as much as cows do. And I love dogs. I would never kill a dog, but I don't understand the affection for dogs and then the hatred for cows. In Tibet, the nationalism problem is they are being invaded by a national called the Hui, and they are also entering on the same premises. They'll help these Tibetans eat meat. The Tibetans used to not eat meat, but now they're eating a lot of it, and they are not willing to kill the animals themselves, so they hire all these homicidal and maniac Hui Muslims. And then in 2008 there was a race war, which was termed in the media as just riots. Maybe they said it was anti-government. It wasn't. It was a war between two very distinct races that very much keep to themselves and are not comfortable living together, and those are the Tibetans and the Hui. So I'll finish up. If you want to be a good WN, if you want to also prepare for a good brotherhood, I think you have to remember the necessity of hygiene and general sustainability, and that does not include raising animals for meat in any way, shape, or form. Brothers.